Hi, welcome back to a new tutorial. We go on with our car here. We have made the seats and so on. The next one we make is here, our dashboard. Uh, we let that shit here behind, but what is important for the moment is we have here fails in there. So we go in edit mode, start screencast, edit mode of this dashboard here. And then we see we have here arrows. So we click here face, X, delete words. Now all shit is gone. Now we can fix that together. This word and face, yeah, edge. You know what I mean. So, and close this whole thing there. That is now better. And now we can close that with F and give them material like the other one. That was, I must look what it was. It was Scheinwerfer class. Okay, so we get here the same Scheinwerfer class. That is okay. We apply that. Good. Now that whole thing isn't in the moment ready. When we look here, there is no little material on it. We delete the background image there. We don't need that anymore. That we don't see later because it is in the door side there. That we let like it is. But we have here the arrow that is to create. Yeah. So we go in there, get this material there, and then we must make them more smaller. So we give them here 2000 or something else in the noise scale, and you see that looks much better than the other one before. Then we see we have a problem here with topology. That means we must go in there and get with backside mark that here and go up to make it straight. Oh, we've forgotten one. I see that. We go back and we get this one too. And this one too. So good. We can take that too. So now we see we have here the down power. We must go up. So we go up there and make it straight. Wonderful. Done. Same we make here on the side. We see now here is a little bit deeper than at the left part there. So we go up there. Okay, it's done. Ready to go. Good. That was it for this whole thing. When we now grab it, all good. We go in edit mode. This vent steering we delete. I don't will do that. So we let it. Good. File save for that all. Then we make an uh, Control G. Oh, sorry. And name that now here. That's group. So we name it dashboard. Dashboard. And then with the old G, we bring them in the middle. And with the Shift C, we bring the 3D cursor in the middle. Now we have that object done. Save that. Then we bring this one we have finished. We bring them all now to the layer there, what is in the group. So that means we go here and move them to the last layer there, here. Then that one we have finished too. and grouped. So we move them to this layer 2. This one here also move to this layer, this 2. That also, and here. Yeah. Um, I said to you in the dashboard, I use advanced here because there are different versions of this car. In some versions there's an ashtray, and some there are vents. So I don't use that here. You can use that if you want. It is ready. You only must unwrap that and give them black plastic, and then it's all done. So I let it like this. Then we have here our door. There we are good, but it we must unwrap them and give them a black plastic material. So we need to mark seams for that all. So we go here and mark the completely back line and give them a mark seam then when we have marked that all. Good, but that is too much here. That we don't need. Yeah, that is it. So mark seam, that one. Then other cut we can do here at the down part because nobody sees when there is a cut in later. So we mark seam there too. That's enough for this one. So we go here. Here we have different deep depths and heights. So we make here mark seam one here, one at the down part mark seam, then at the down line here because nobody sees that. I told that you before. The same we make here with the background loop. We mark them completely. So another we set here. We can't take here an inner loop because you see them when the textures come together and here's the difference that is bad. So we let it like it is then. So we go to the next one. We mark the backlines. That is the first thing you should ever do when you want to unwrap or mark seams. Get the backlines where nobody sees that you cut it there. Uh, Always mark the back sides and loops on the back side. So we can take this loop, but not the front part of it, only the back part of it. So we delete here the other things so that we only have marked the back side loop that is on the back side. So we mark seam. And that was it for this part here. The same, the back line should be marked seamed, where we can cut through, that is down under. So we go here and mark seam. So we have that. We can also mark this here, the back line. So that is okay, mark seam. And then this 3 lines here, words there, and mark that. Good. Same we do here, mark the back line. Then we need to cut through that all. So we get this here and mark seam. So Now we need to unwrap them all and give them the black plastic. The black plastic material we have here, it is a noise texture on it. When we look here near straight, we have now a little, we see it, but with the unwrap we can steer that better. So make a normally unwrap. We see there's the scale isn't applied, so object apply rotation scale that we make with all. Object apply rotation scale. Here the same, and add this too, and the back object apply rotation scale. We can with shift and right mouse button join them together there. Then we have that here and apply to. Good. We have that all. Um, that's all not about the same high, but before we want to unwrap. So we go in, mark all, and unwrap. We see that is our unwrap where we cut it. When you cut other way, then you have another unwrap. That's logic. We make it the same with here. You unwrap and we unwrap the rest other way. What is that here? Oh, okay. So we have that. We go here, unwrap, and go here, unwrap, and go here, unwrap. Good. So the material is on it. Yes, you see it. That is good. Now we bring them all at the same height. So we go on top view and bring them all to the back line of the greatest object there. So that means it must be there. Good. We see here something from top that is that one. And yeah, there is something. That was the round thing there that we can move to second layer. Then we need now to build this inner part there of the door. So we make that with a normally mesh, a plane, rotate X 90 degrees, bring it in front, scale up, scale in the X, then we nearly have it that is near to the side place, and that is completely near to, so we go a little bit here, and we see over there is some space. Here is no space, so we go more like that. That is okay for that. Now we want to make here this inner parts there, how we call that, eagle. So we give them here a loop, Control R to start the loop, Control R to give the end of this here. Then we go in the face mode, extrude scale. We scale first that we have this distance, then we can scale in the X to bring them on the sides to the same distance like there. Um, we make it again, extrude scale, and scale in the X. So we have that inner part there, where later comes another texture on it. So we can mark them now with Alt right mouse button on edge there, then you have to completely loop, extrude them and bring them into a little. That is fine. Good. The same we make here another time too, and down there too. So we make here a new loop in. That means here and here. Then we make the same. Escape scale. First get this distance and this distance, and then we scale that and set and bring that to the same size there. Extrude scale again. First bring this distance, then scale X to bring this distance. Hold Alt key on the board, right mouse click, you have complete loop selected, extrude, bring them in. We have this, this texture on there. A little we can make down here if we want. I don't know. Should we do it? Should we don't do it? Oh, we made it. So go here and make a loop there and some down there and one here. And then we get here extrude scale, scale on X, ready to go, mark that, extrude, put in, that was it. Good. That for the first. We see here is it rounded. So that means we need to round it up here too. So we can click there a loop, give them a little space there, and with Control B. It isn't a 3D type, so we must go back and give them with A, select all, extrude to the Y. Now it is a 3D object with depth, so now we can bevel this line here. We mark them, Control B, and then roll them with the mouse. And so we round it up. We make that with the other side too. Mark the both, Control B, bevel, and roll the mouse. Good. Here at the top, we don't need as much round as the other. We make only a little, such like that. And here the same, Control B, just a little. Good. We have that, so that is good. But we make a top view, then we get all the back stuff there and bring them to one high in the Y. So scale Y is 0. And so we can handle easy the depth of this whole thing there. This should be our black leather material. So we give them a material, black. There is leather seats. And we must unwrap that surely. So we give them mark seam at the back part and we cut through their mark seam, and then we get the whole thing unwrapped and assign the black leather material to it. And we see we have black leather material on it. That's good for now. We will change later the whole material, the black leather material, because I think it's better to use a procedural texture from self-made texture for leather than this normal map that we used for leather in a moment, because the other one is much better than. But we have done that. That is good. So we can delete here this one, and same as before with Alt G, bring them in the middle. With Shift C, bring the 3D cursor in the middle. With Control G, we make a group and we give them the name door oder inner door. So we have that piece there. We can move them to the last layer too. So move to that layer here. Here are now all the stuff that we have in a group. So we go in here and put that in. That is with add group instance, and then we have here inner door. That is our graphic here. We must make them smaller that it can be at the door later. Good. So we have near all there that we need for the inner car making, but at the back seats there is nothing in the moment. The back seats, yeah. So there's our front seat, and here's in the middle and so on. We don't need, uh, and we need that here, the background seats. So this one is a seat that is completely applied with a modifier, so we can't change them. So we need the other one we had before that is on second layer. There we search our chair there, and that is it. Yeah, this one we move to the third layer, and that one too move to third layer, because that is an mesh you can handle that isn't closed with the modifiers. The modifiers are not applied. So with them we make this back part. You see the difference between them is it is much brighter and it has no scale like this one. So we make them simple. We go in and scale that whole thing in a set. Then we delete the left side from it. Take care that you don't have other things there. Good. Then we take this whole line, the whole front, means that here, and scale that in x0. So we have straight, and then we make the same with this line, scale x0, and then we have that. That is good. Uh, the middle point we need in the real middle. So that means we must set here 3D cursor. Then we can say set the origin of this object to the 3D cursor. And then we can use here a mirror modifier. And then we have that. Merge and clipping should be on. That is important. Good. We have that. And this upper part here is also there. So I think when we apply that now, oh, my fault. Um, we can now go back, apply the mirror, then we apply the rotation scale about that object in the object mode, apply rotation scale. Then we make here recalculate the normals so that they all look to the right and even side, and remove doubles. We have that, we apply that, good. We have that all, that's fine. Scale X a little, good. We have done it. Then we make this two C's to the same white, good. And then place them to the side too. So we have that back side thing there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. This one we can let, but that not. And that is because this here isn't straight. So we go in the edit mode and take here the line, scale X 0, the outer line 2, get here this line, scale X 0, same on the other side, scale X 0, and here too, scale X 0. Okay, make a copy of that, Shift D, place them on the side, and now we have that, and you see that is what we have here too. That is for the back seats later. Um, yeah, we can let it like it is. The failures that you've seen is only from the texture that we use. I told to you we will later make the ladder, so wait for that. Now, we need to bring here this outer part to one line there. Um, so we can sharpen that with a down part here and some there a loop, and then it's sharpened up. That is better for that. Good. Uh, we now mark that all four and join them together as one. Is joined. Then we apply the down part there. Oh, I think we have made an error, but I must see it. Yeah, that was an error. So we go back, control set, control set, control set, control set, as long as it takes. Uh, so, uh, that is joined together, I think, yeah. That is bad, so we must get this things here and P to separate the selection. Then we have only these two guys here and that have this modifier on it, so we apply them. Now we have it and can we look what we have there. We don't need there any more modifier because that is applied. So we can now join them together as one. Take all this and remove doubles. Then go to shading, recalculate as all. That is good for that. When we need it brighter, so wider, so scale it in X or something else that is equal for that. Good. We move them to another layer. We move them to the last layer there and give them origin to the geometry middle. Then we make them with Alt G in the middle, and that was that. Then Control G to give them a name. That is back seats. Good. Then we go to the first layer and add here group instance back seats. Scale them to the right size, rotate set 90 degrees, rotate set 180 degrees. Good. That comes later there as the back seats. Good. What we have next here? This one, this picture we can delete. This one we can plug to the last layer where all this group members there. So we move to this layer and we see here is the ashtray thing there. Here are all our group instances. Here is our um, before masks and so on, all that we done before. So if we want to change some, we can do it there. Good. What we don't need anymore is this whole things there. We don't need anymore. So we have to delete them. File, save it. So we must bring that all into the car and surely our um, where is it? Our here is it. That is our dashboard. And this dashboard, we have a group of them, but we don't have it here. So we make here add group instance dashboard, scale them down, rotate, set minus 90 degrees. Oh, it was wrong. Okay. Rotate, set 180. Good. So we have all here what we need to make the internal things of the car now. That means we must go in there and give all these objects depth, and then we can put these things on there. And we must make the inner part of the car um, so that we have there some some other stuff we must make here that it is closed where the tires go in and so on. So we have to do there in the next part of that. So I close with that and next time we'll make the rest. Okay. Thank you a lot and see you